Hello, my name is Jim O'Brien, and I'm from Southport, North Carolina. And here in Southport, we had a few tornadoes. We had a few hurricanes and a few tornadoes last year. And what I've been doing during the pandemic is I've been writing this this app that monitors the temperature, the pressure, um, as much weather information as I can get, and trying to determine if I could create a device that would tell me if a storm is approaching, and especially if it's a tornado. I've got some information that I went through and I read from this particular website here. It tells a lot of good information about, you know, what pressure is, um, how it's affected by tornadoes, twisters, hurricanes. There's a lot of good reading there. So I got a lot of my information from here. But basically, let me go through this quickly. Let me first show you what I had built to actually collect the data. This is my hardware portion of the project. It's pretty simple. It's got a Raspberry Pi Zero controller, and it's got a Bosch BMP280 that measures temperature and pressure, and then I have a buzzer right here so that if any of my conditions for alerting are satisfied, then it starts to buzz. And it's, let's see if, this is, it's about it's maybe a 3" by 3" cube. And that's everything is built right there. I've got one here in Southport. I also have another home in Wilmington, North Carolina. So I have one there also. But let me go through the app quickly and just to kind of go through some of the features that I have. And I've just got these set up so that, when we get a tornado or when we have a hurricane approaching, I just want to be able to see, what's going on. And hopefully I can get, some alarms to go off when the hurricane or the tornado are approaching, especially a tornado, because they just seem to pop up and all of a sudden they're in your backyard. And so to be able to get some sort of warning from a tornado would be really nice, especially here in North Carolina. We seem to have a lot of nighttime tornadoes that pop up where you can't see anything. So what I have here is this front page right here just has the current temperature, the current barometric pressure in millibars and in inches. It tells me that I have an alarm set, a high alarm set for 1035.5 millibars, and then I have a low one set for 1000.7 millibars. I've also got a third alarm set to 1.3 millibars dropping in a 5-minute period. So those are my conditions right there. Some of the interesting things that I have here, here's the configuration here, and here is my three values. So I've got this currently set up so that the alarms are enabled, and if any of these conditions are met, the buzzer goes off. And also this is my way to receive a text message. I have Verizon, so this is the URL, or whatever you want to call it, for my particular, this obviously is not my number, but if it was whatever number you wanted the text to go to, you would put this in here. Other carriers like AT&T and Sprint and people like that, they have their own way. It's usually the same format. It's your phone number at att.com or something like that. So that's the condition. Those are the configurations for the device itself. Over here, I've got this set up so that I can put it on my phone or on my tablet. So you know the actual the dimensions of the screen and everything are a little different for laptops, and I've got the Samsung Note 3, and I've got a Fire HD tablet. So those are the ones I've been doing the testing on. This is the IP address for that little box. That's the Raspberry, and here's the port that it's listening on. A couple other nice features. So this is weather conditions that I get off the web. There's a couple free APIs places. I can't think of them offhand right now, but they're free. They're an API. You can make an API call, and you can get a whole bunch of information about the current weather and also for the forecast. I haven't done anything for forecast because I'm not real interested in getting too deep into all that kind of stuff. I'm more interested in the alarm mechanism that's here. Here's that particular device, and with this device, it measures. Here's the temperature. I do have a BME280 also that measures humidity, and then with humidity and temperature you can get dew points. And then like today is a pretty typical, it's a hot day, and so far today the highest has been 1018.5 millibars, and the low is 1017.7, and right now it's 1017.9. So, and all these things from this BMP280 seem to be very accurate. I've got some other devices here that I use as a comparison, and they seem to be pretty good. So a couple other nice features. I read about this weather, how barometric pressure affects your body, and so in the information that I read online, when you're at risk for potential heart attack or heart issues, and actually I think a lot of these values apply to people with migraines also. They'd like to be able to know, when the pressure is changing or getting to the point where soon it's going to be at the point where you're going to get a migraine headache. But this right here was all around your not really your blood pressure, but how hard your heart has to work to pump blood. And I thought this was pretty interesting, and I had been watching it, and so a couple days ago it went up into this red area right here. Pressure was pretty high. I haven't gotten it down. I haven't seen it go into the yellow area, because the yellow area is 1005 millibars. I haven't seen the pressure go down that low just yet. I've only had this thing working for a little while. One of the other nice features is the chart. So here's the pressure for, as of, let's see, 6/18/2021 at 9:53 a.m. To current right here, 10 p.m. on the 19th. And it hasn't really changed that much. It's been pretty hot and pretty standard. This weekend, end of this weekend, is supposed to be a storm coming, so we'll more than likely see this drop down, and see if it gets to the point where any of the alerts are satisfied, and we can see if it goes off. I can also, this is current. I can also look at yesterday's pressure, and it was a little lower. And then this is as of 6/17, 2021, 9:51 a.m. So it's you know, it really hasn't changed much, but you know, it's nice to see some of these things when all of a sudden there is a storm coming. So probably Tuesday these charts will, you know, be dropping down to something that, you know, is a little more interesting. The only other thing I have here that I collect, which this I probably don't need, but it was just something I had put anyways. This is just a kind of a timestamp of you know, what the change was in 5 minutes in hourly and daily. And here's the min-max values, and here's the pressure at that time. And this is the direction, if it's going up and down or if it's staying the same. So that's about it. Let me just do the cover page here, just to let everybody know that this is not something that I'm creating as a life-saving device. I'm actually going to try to build up a few of these and try to see if I can get some other friends or anybody that's interested to you know, at least pay for the cost of the equipment, and we can set a few of these up around just to see if you know, because especially with tornadoes, you know, there could be a tornado a half a mile down the street, but it doesn't affect me at all because it's just going in the opposite direction or whatever. But I'd really like to, you know, be able to wherever these units are, determine if the pressure is actually something that can be used to determine if the tornado is in your backyard or if it's close. I'm also a National Weather Service spotter, so if this alarm goes off and I got all the information about, you know, where the tornado is and what direction it's going in, then I can call in and let them know that kind of information, especially if it happens at night, you know, just to try, if I can get the information to them, then they can send the alerts out. So that's it. Thank you.